What is one of your favorite retailers? I mean, it was an all-time favorite back then that you wish was still here. I used to love Kmart, Sears, um, Payless. Yes, I used to love all of those shopping stores, just for some good items at a low price. And now, as time go on, we are seeing more and more of these all-time favorites shut down. So let us know what. And I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I'm checking in from Northern New Jersey. Back to the personal situation. Let's head into this Dollar Tree over in Maplewood. Stable Milk is also A plus. These past few years showed me. So we are now growing in a time of shopping online is the thing. I can't even say growing in a time. We're here. I mean, the online experience for shoppers is like, yeah, we're going to just shop online, right? A lot of people are tending to shop online, which is causing a lot of retailers to have to shut their doors. So if you live in New Jersey, right? If you live in New Jersey, Livingston Mall was another popular area. And the whole mall is just, I mean, I've been seeing it for years. I was just waiting for the day, but the whole mall is just gone. I think there's like a few establishments in there where they're trying to hold on, but it's really nothing to hold on to because it looks like um it's deserted. It's basically deserted. So we have a few more retailers that's shutting their doors. So you guys stay tuned to find out if it's going to be one of your favorite stores. Then some of them, they're not going to be completely closing all stores, but there's not going to be as many that we can walk into. Y'all know what I'm saying? So stay tuned to find out exactly what's going on with that. Hey fam, welcome back to another video. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You all check in. Let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. Of course, I am checking in from Northern New Jersey. So if you're a person who actually loves shopping at places like Kmart and Sears and Payless, we've seen those stores come, stick around for a long time, and then boom, disappear. Just like that. I know we all seen enough of this. So if you are a long time shopper, especially going around multiple retail stores, shopping, since way back, Macy's is like one of the top retail stores out there. Or maybe it's going to be history now. So there's multiple stores closing right now as part of the retail apocalypse, they call it. Macy's did make the list. If you have a Macy's near you and you know for a fact, like, yeah, this Macy's is about to close down, definitely mention it down in the comments below. We have Livingston Mall over in New Jersey, which finally shut. I think they shut their doors fully. Macy's was one of the last stores standing. Not too sure if they're still open, but it definitely looked like, it's very deserted. In that mall now. That's a long time mall there. If you're from Jersey, at least northern New Jersey, you definitely had to visit a Macy's. So some of the stores that are closing as of right now, Francesca. So if you ever been to a Francesca's, definitely let us know because I never been. But they did announce that it would be closing all 400 U.S. stores after a Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing on February 5th. Going out of business, sales began in February and continue through March as stores wind down. So if you do have one of these stores near you, you might want to go ahead and visit it. Don't matter where you are because they are closing all locations in the United States. So that means they will be having some store closing sales. Definitely catch it while you can. Macy's is another major retailer that plans to close a slew of stores by the end of this year. Um, so roughly quarter one closures were slated for between January and March as the retailer aims to shut down 150 stores by the end of the year. Here's another franchise that made the market of store closures. So Wendy's, even though it's a restaurant space, Wendy's will be closing 300 of its underperforming stores during the first half of 2026, and this is in reference to their recent February earnings call. They're saying some businesses attempted to keep these locations through cutting costs on staff, of course, which only deepened the problem because if you don't have enough people to run the stores, guess what's going to happen? It's going to crumble, literally. If higher prices wasn't already an issue, having a skeleton crew that delayed service times added to the negativity of remaining customers, they're saying. It's a lose-lose situation. They're saying Pizza Hut as well. So Pizza Hut is another restaurant chain, guys. So Pizza Hut announced 250 U.S. locations would be closing during the first half of 2026. So these underperforming locations will be cut as the brand takes on a Hut forward strategy, according to the company. So during their February 4 Yum brand's earning call, they're saying that the restaurant chain plans to focus on vibrant marketing, modernization of technology, and franchise agreements, whatever all of that means. They're going to just be closing a bunch of stores and leaving a number of them open at this point. GameStop. Are there really any more GameStops left? I know there's one in Kearney, New Jersey. I think they're still open, but I thought GameStop's done already closed now. So GameStop actually, which operates more than 2,000 stores nationwide, said more than 470 stores are slated for closure throughout 2026. That will include ongoing closures for this quarter, including within March, although exact locations have not been publicly listed. And then we have Eddie Brown. They will be closing 175 of its remaining U.S. and Canada stores after filing a Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I didn't even know they had their own store. Closures were previously said to occur by April 30th unless a buyer emerges, which would sound like it'd be great for their company. So most of the shutdowns are occurring during the February and March liquidation period. Saks off Fifth, y'all. Another fashion retailer looking to close stores this month. So Saks off Fifth, Saks Fifth Avenue. Dozens of locations are closing under the Saks Global bankruptcy, with some closures underway during the first quarter and in March. Keep in mind, exact dates vary by market and not all stores are affected. So what are people saying? People are saying that these store closures aren't some big economic meltdown. That's what they're saying. They're the retail sector finally admitting what we've all been watching happen in slow motion for years. They're all brands that never figured out how to matter in a world where people shop online and eat at home. Some other people saying the brick and mortar retail sector has been suffering for years. These stores have simply not been able to keep up with the competition during the rise of online retailer and have not yet developed a robust online experience that creates enough sales nor drives in-store businesses, y'all. So what happens next based on store closures ahead? They're saying consumers are still spending, but they're only spending where it counts. Where's that online? Oh, they're hitting up Aldi and Dollar General, not mid-tier mall chains that haven't updated their playbook since 2005. Y'all, I hate going to malls, and that's just my personal experience. I really hate going to malls, and that's why when it comes down to like people like me, I ain't gonna lie. We'd rather do certain shopping online, and you can get more discounts online when it comes down to clothing items, when it comes down to like stores like Macy's and stuff like that too. You can get more deals online. They're saying I'm expecting 8K plus total closures in 2026, but 5,500 new stores are opening. And guess who's opening them? Discounters, value plays, convenience stores. It's not your big chain store like another Macy's. So brick and mortar is becoming a luxury for the top performing retailers. Macy's is consolidating down to 350 core stores. Wendy's and Pizza Hut are pruning. Wendy's and Pizza Hut are pruning underperformers and investing in remodels and delivery instead. This is what smart companies do when they realize the old model doesn't work anymore. So, yeah, we would be losing more and more stores. I feel like ever since COVID, though, that's when a lot of businesses took a big hit. And believe it or not, a lot of companies are still suffering until this day. And that's when things like this happen. Companies file for bankruptcy, stores shut down. And it goes on and on and on. More and more people shift to online shopping. Let's just say I'm going to miss some of those stores. Let us know that your store actually make the list. If you have any local stores that's actually been shutting down. I mean, like I said, a lot of shopping online is going to cause a number of stores to shut down. It is not just shopping online. Ever since y'all know the pandemic, a lot of businesses have struggled. And then we have the tariffs that was put into place that caused a lot of businesses to struggle as well. And not just that, a lot of people can't afford to shop how they used to. You there, right? You've been there, right? We can't afford to shop how we used to, because if we could, or if we did still shop how we used to, we'll be drowning more in bills. So things like food and necessities, healthcare, insurance, and all of that stuff have gone through the roof, which caused a lot of us to change our spending habits, right? And when we change our spending habits, and it's no longer going into just going out and shopping, businesses, they notice that. And guess what? Unfortunately, they will have to shut their doors, because if we can't put the money into them, they can't afford to stay open, right? But I see places like Walmart, they're still thriving. Believe it or not, places like Target is still thriving. Like, what? Dollar Trees, a few of them been shutting their doors as well. I've been walking, I'm like, what's going on with this Dollar Tree right here? So we're gonna cover the Dollar Tree video in a little bit. The next video. So yeah, Dollar Trees in my area, at least my parts of New Jersey or surrounding areas, they've been shutting their doors like it ain't nothing. But you look at these older companies and you're like, yeah, I would hate to see it go. But we've seen it, and we are going to see it more and more. One thing about stores shutting their doors, if you catch it in time, you can catch those closing deals where if they're going out of business, a lot of things would go on sale. So if you knew about any of these closures and you have caught some of these deals, definitely let us know. What are some things that you did pick up? So we're going to leave this video right here where it's at. I want to thank you all for coming along. We are trying to get our views back up, but I know I need to post more. We're going to get there. Life have been lifing. Let's just say that. But we're going to get there one day at a time, because I believe in him and we gonna get in the right direction. I'm telling you. But yeah, I hate to see a lot of these places go. So until next time, y'all, like I said, I appreciate you guys for coming along. Be sure to like the video, share the video with your friends and family to let them know, like, hey, these stores are about to close. You might want to catch some of these closing out deals. Watch out for the company near you, because they did not release the addresses yet. You might walk past one day and see, boom, closing out deal, closing sale, whatever. Y'all know how that sign be. I'll put it right here. Yeah, y'all might see it, and boom, there you go, catch them deals. So this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out from Moments with Us. You all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Until next time, love you all, and God bless. Peace out.